Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson. So in this one, we're going to talk about creating our own classes. I'm just going to give you a quick introduction before we dive into some of the more details of, creating our own classes and more object-oriented programming stuff, because this is where really things get interesting. Because so far we've learned to use other people's classes, right? The packages, methods, and all that stuff. We used, the turtle graphics. We used, the coffee machine that I just gave you in the previous video. So, it's good to learn that, obviously, but if you want to get into more complicated and advanced programming things, projects, we need to learn to create our own classes as well. And creating your classes is really not that hard, but it's a good knowledge to have, and it's really not that different from creating any other Python code. So with that being said, here's a quick introduction to creating our own classes. So if we know that in order to create a new class, you need to use the class keyword, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new Python project in the PyCharm. I'm just going to say class creation. I'm just going to call it that, and everything else is good. I'm just going to check this, so it's going to make our main Py welcome script. So I'm just going to create, and there you go. So just like that, we have our own project. So I'm just like maximize this. Perfect. So we got everything here that we need. And the first thing you want to do to create a class is to simply just use the class keyword. I'm just going to say class. There you go. And we can name it anything we want. Now, in this case, I'm just going to maybe call the user. All right. And then, colon, and there you go. Just like that, you created your own class. And you can put any code you want here to use it for your class. And again, we're going to get into more complicated stuff, such as creating methods and all that stuff in next video. I just want to give you a quick introduction to how do you actually create a class. Now, a few things you want to remember about creating classes is that the first thing is that classes, the name of the classes are always Pascal or capitalized case. So the idea with this is that, in Python, what we do is we use snake case for variables. For example, my name, this is a variable, right? So this would be like input, like whatever, please enter your name. So this would be a variable. And if you take a look, we're using a snake case. Basically, this means that, it's all lowercase, and also for the spaces, we use the, underscore. Basically, right, the dash, so whatever you want to call it. So that's the snake case. But in order to differentiate the things between variables and class names, what you want to do is you always want to capitalize your classes. All right, for example, when we actually initialize a class, I'm just going to say user, as see the first the first letter here is actually capitalized. Or if it's like, if it's something, that has multiple things, for example, let's say I'm going to use my name for the class. I'm just going to say Sean, which is the capitalized S, and then my last name, Bagari, and there you go. So I see it is capitalized as well. So I see the B is capitalized. So this is how you actually create class names. And again, you don't have to do that. Just keep that in mind. I've mentioned this before. You really don't have to do this, but it's just like that's the conventional way of naming things in Python, classes basically, and it's just better because that way it keeps it clean. Basically, what happens is that in a class, after you name your class, you just go to the next space, and as you see, it indents it automatically, because like any function, this is going to be indented. Basically, every code that you're going to have in your class, all the methods and everything we're going to talk about, which is going to be the next video, everything is going to be inside this indentation. It's not going to be outside, because again, if it's outside, that means that it's not a part of this class. So keep that in mind. Remember, we talked about, the levels, the global versus local levels, and everything that you want to add to your class is going to be indented, right? So all that stuff is going to be indented. So the last thing I want to talk about before we go to the next video is, there's a function called pass, which is going to allow us to pass like certain things. So, if you don't want to have any code inside a class or a function, you can actually use it. Because right now, let's say you're coding, right? Let's say you're working on a big project and you have to create a bunch of classes. And for example, this class that I have, let's say I'm just going to call it username. All right. So this class that I have, let's say at the moment I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to have in this class, but I want to design. I just want to build a new class. I'm just going to call this class. I'm just going to call it password. All right. So with this, if you take a look, what is going to happen is that we're going to get this error right here, right? That is going to be a problem. Or take a look at this, for example. I'm just going to say print, and I'm going to say hello world. All right. So if I actually print this, take a look. It's not going to work. We're going to get this error that says, hey, indentation. We're going to get an indentation error that says expected an indented block after the class definition on line 1. So what this means that when you have a class or a function, Python doesn't like it for you to just immediately add something after without adding anything in this class. So if you just leave an empty class or a function for some reason, let's say you are just thinking about it at the moment, you just want to drop the name right here, and you just want to get back to it later. Python does not like that. So that's where you get this error that says, hey, there's a problem. You forgot something here. There's nothing in this class. Why is it empty, right? So the way you actually solve this is using this keyword called pass. So when you actually drop the pass here, what happens is that the language or the interpreter is going to know, okay, so you have this, class, but you're going to pass it for now. This means that you're going to get back to it later, or it's an empty class, whatever it is, that's just going to fill it up. So that way, when you actually print this, when you actually run this code, we're going to have our code running with no problem. So just wanted to actually mention that. So if you see something like in any Python code, when you see something like pass, that is essentially what it means. It's just like an empty class, or they just wanted to like pass it at the moment. So that's how it works. Anyways, I just wanted to point this out before we get into actually creating our code inside of classes. We're going to talk about a lot of other stuff, such as creating methods and init functions and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. If not, I'll see you in the next lesson.